Hi friends, welcome to day 67 of 100 Ways to Study Your Scriptures. We've spent a few days studying and memorizing scripture. So now that you have it memorized, I wanted to go through and do some fun little activities and quizzes that will help to make sure that you actually have that scripture securely memorized. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll check it out. So the scripture memorization scripture I want to use today is 1 Nephi chapter 3 verse 7. I'm choosing that one because this is the scripture that they're going to use for the mutual theme next year, and I thought that was as good a reason as any to choose it. So here is the scripture written out, and let's say you've taken time with your family or your class or whatever you like, and you feel like you've memorized this scripture. So you can just close your eyes and recite the scripture, and that's fine. Just to make sure, though, that you have it really memorized, really in detail, and that you'll be able to pull it out of your memory for years to come. I just have these games to show you. So this is the scripture we're doing. Here's the first thing you can make on the computer, or you can do it by hand or on a blackboard, is just to write the scripture again. And you can see I actually wrote it in the same font, the same basic size as this. So it makes it a little bit easier. And then you just put the words back in that I took out. So, and it came to pass that I, Nephi, said unto my father, I will go and do the things which the Lord hath commanded. So when you have 3 words, leave 3 spaces. All right. For I know that the Lord giveth no commandments unto the children of men, save he shall prepare a way for them, that they may accomplish the thing. Lots of people say things here, but the word is thing. So that's why I purposefully left that out, so that you'd have to go through it and make sure people are saying thing, not things, so that they may accomplish the thing which he commandeth them. Old-timey word, another one that you want to make sure you've got there. All right, that is the first way. Next way, you can just have kids write it from memory if they like to write, practicing their writing. So you just would go, and it came to pass. So that's a good way to make sure you've got it memorized, is if you can write it out. We've talked about this before, the first letter guide. And it came to pass that I, Nephi, said unto my father, I will go and do. And I even put up here first N for Nephi, chapter 3, verse 7. Another thing you can do, I'll move these out of the way, is to just cut up the scripture into word strips. And then here you go, and you've got to put the word strips in order. And it came to pass that I, Nephi, said unto my father, I will go and do the things which the Lord hath commanded. For I know that the Lord giveth no commandment unto the children of men, save he shall prepare a way for them, that they may accomplish the thing which he commandeth them. So you can do it, you can cut it into bigger strips or smaller strips. So instead of having 2 lines, you could just cut it down here and have 1 line to make it more difficult. You could even cut out each individual word and have a puzzle for them to do it. Or you could cut it out into puzzle shapes. I just thought of that right now, and have them put it together in a puzzle that way. That'll make sure people have that memorized. Good for a little family night. Here's a few little things if you're doing it in a group for a family night, or if you're waiting for everyone to arrive at your lesson time for primary. So you can do, go around the circle and everybody says just 1 word at a time. So these little dots represent people. So you would say, this person would say and, the next person says it, next person says came, next person says to, pass, that, I, Nephi said, and you keep going around the circle till it's done. That way you can make sure a whole bunch of people have it memorized. Or you can just do one-on-one. Have one person say and, the next person say it. First person say came, next person say to, first person say pass. That I, Nephi, said unto my father. Go back and forth. For seminary, sometimes we would just do a little contest like this. Or you can just have one person recite the scripture until they feel like stopping. And when they stop, maybe they point to another person, and then that person has to continue. So I would say, and it came to pass that I, point to the next person, they would say, Nephi said unto my father, I will go. This is my final way, and this is a really great way to make sure you've got memorized, or to make sure you're on the right track with learning it. And the reason I like doing a crossword puzzle is because, especially if you're not familiar with the scripture, you have a crossword puzzle where every answer are words found within the scripture. So you've got the clues, and then people are reading the scripture over and over and over and over to try to fill out the crossword puzzle. So they're having fun. I've really found this to be successful for seminary-aged kids. But the main thing is they read that scripture over and over for like 10 or 20 minutes, depending on the length of the scripture and how familiar they are with it and how hard the clues are. So they'll go on and do this. And while they're doing it, they will learn the scripture better. So for example, I just made this up myself. I used Crossword Maker on the teacherscorner.net, and I will link this website below. It's really easy to use. So one across, get ready. You read through your scripture, prepare, and keep doing that. I just wanted to show you one thing if you do choose to do this. So for 4 down, I wrote all men and women everywhere, 3 words. So that is the children of men. When I was writing my clue, I wrote children space of space men, and you don't want to do that. Don't put spaces in your clues. It's just children of men. Write it all out if you choose to do that. 3 across, another one I did 3 words, was Nephi will, and then I wanted them to write go and do. And so that is really fun. That is actually one of my most favorite things to do. You can prepare it, and it keeps the kids or the students or your family busy for a really good amount of time. So those are the ways. Highly recommend. Super fun. If you think of other ways, leave them in the comments. I'd love to try some new ways. And we're just winding up on our memorizing scripture. So tomorrow, I just want to talk about why you should memorize. Just get into a little more depth with that, and then we will move on to something new. So I hope you had a great day studying your scriptures, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. I'll try and wave more slowly. I'm waving at you. Or I could do bye-bye. I don't know. Okay, bye.